Welcome to Astro News Weekly with my co-anchor Luna Tuna, and we're going to bring you the news for Monday, February 22nd and the whole week. We love our news because we use the planets and the stars and the elements as our reporters. And I always say, if you put a dozen reporters in a room with regular news, you get a dozen different stories. But if you put a dozen well-trained astrologers in a room, you get the same exact story. Okay, let's see what's happening in this news now. And Miss Luna Tuna is ready to do the cards. She is fueled up with her favorite treats. So she is rearing and go, aren't you? Okay, let's do those cards. Let's start with the Divine Direction cards. Okay, these are really good on a day-to-day wisdom thing. And which ones do you want? Which ones do you want? Okay, the last one. All right, she picked Trust. Okay, and it says, trust your intuition, as if it comes up feeling, seeing, or experiencing. That is important. So that's for this week. I know I was put in a situation on Saturday where, you know, usually I would have gone and done a favor for a friend, but something just kept, you know, telling me it was wrong to do. It wasn't right. And sure enough, I found out later in the day it would have been a mistake on my part to participate in it. So you've got to listen to that voice, that inner voice, and everybody has it. Women have it a little bit more procured, but men have it also, and you always have to listen to that voice inside. It never ever steers you wrong. So let's go to these cards, the light cards, and let's have Luna pick this. Oh, you went right to the third. Okay. All right, she picked this card, and it says say no, postpone, do not go, red light. Wow. So, you know, that kind of coincides with, you know, listening to your inner voice. If you get that no in your gut, you know not to do it. Plus the fact we're still in a Mercury retrograde, folks. I was going to read you the headlines. Still in a Mercury retrograde. And you still don't want to sign any contracts or do anything that would commit you to anything right now. After March 15th, it will be the time to do so. So the cards fit for the week. Say no and listen to your gut. Okay. Because I know sometimes when you're a kind person, you want to appease everybody, but you know, that inner voice always wins out. So let's dig into the news this week. Again, last Saturday, Mercury went direct. Now that doesn't mean it's over, because you know I always tell you it has to get to the shadow self. It has to go through the shadow period before it hits where it turned around. And that will not be until March 15th. All right. The full moon will be on this Saturday, and it will be in Virgo. So let's chop into the news here. Monday, the moon is in Cancer today. And Cancer's a loving, nurturing. You're being nurturing, aren't you? Very loving. You must feel the energy today. Cancer moon is a very nurturing moon. It's a Mother Teresa moon, I call it. It can be an emotional moon. So if people kind of go off today, you'll know why. But, you know, for the most part, it's very nurturing and caring. And it will oppose Capricorn, so the Capricorns will feel it also. Maybe they need a little nurturing. The moon also squares Aries and also squares Libra. All right, did any of you feel the big transit we had last week? It was that Uranus square Saturn. I always love to get feedback because that's how astrologers predict. We learn from watching these transits, and we learn different situations that happen. Well, I kept my notes on Wednesday, and Wednesday was a big day. Rush Limbaugh passed away. Limbaugh, rather, passed away. It's a tongue twister. And, you know, that's the old paradigm. Remember, I told you it's the old paradigm working into the new. So it kind of leaves a space now for new or younger generation to step into his shoes. His shoes will probably never be able to be stepped into, but you get the drift. It kind of opens a void for newer, younger people to step in and start doing the same work he did. And then we had the big snowstorm in Texas, and that was, again, another time where you could see the Saturn challenging that Uranus. Remember, Uranus is progressive and new, and Saturn is the old paradigm, the old guard. So we could see where, again, it brought up the question of, do we stay with the old, with fossil fuel? Or do we trust the new progressive ideas of fuel? And we saw where eventually the state had to be shipped in gas and oil. So again, remember I said you would question these new progressive ideas, and whether you go back to the old or stay in the new ideas, we have to see what happens. But that was a real biggie that I saw in Saturn squaring Uranus. And then we had, you remember I told you it would be social unrest. We had social unrest going on with the teachers going back to school. It's a question of the old paradigm versus the new. Do they go back to school? Or do we continue the homeschooling? That's the big question. And then there was a lot of unrest in Portland and Seattle. So we're still going to get all this all year with that Saturn square Uranus, and it's going to make us think, do we want the old? Do we want to keep the old? Or do we want to go on to new systems? We probably will go on to new systems with the fractured old systems, but some of them aren't so bad, you know, so we need to all decide on that. What I see on a worldly picture or a global picture is that this whole conjunction is creating a challenge between politics for the people versus politics of the politicians. And, you know, a while ago in the beginning of the year when I gave out my predictions for the world, I did tell you that I do foresee by 2024 a new party system that will be for the people. We're no longer going to have the politics for the politicians, and it will be a populist party, and it will take the good ideas from the demos and the good ideas from the Republicans and be in the middle with everything. And so the hardened, old, decrepit rhinos of the Republican side and the ultra too extremist progressive side of the Democrats they'll both all fade away. So this is where things are going. It's going to the political of the populace now, to the people. I think we're all just tired of seeing where our money is going, and we don't agree with it, and we really don't get a vote in it. So I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be much better for our population in the United States, because sometimes, you know, I'll watch the news sometimes, and I'm very selective, and I don't watch the news very much, but I look at it and I think, you know, it's like they're talking Greek. You know, you want to do what? So, you know, I think some of these ideas really have to be looked at, and that's what Saturn square Uranus is. I just wondered what experience you had. I know my sister had a lot of breakdowns, and that probably was due to that. Plus, old versus new, she had to get some new parts in her home, and also the Mercury retrograde has still been in action. So old versus new. Okay, so we know today that we're in a Cancer moon, and that's heartfelt, and it's going to be in harmony with the sun in Pisces. So that makes a very, very relaxed day today. I hope that you're just hanging out and doing errands. Yesterday we had a void, moon in void, of course, so you know what that means, that the moon is doing nothing. So it's just a good day to rest and just relax. The moon will be also favoring Uranus. That could be spending a lot of time on the computer or learning some new things on the computer today. That will be very good. I mean, it's really nice trying out new things, trying to get out of a rut, making new goals for yourself. Uranus is a great planet for awakening. On Tuesday, we have the Cancer moon in harmony with Neptune. That is beautiful. Neptune is that dreamy, dreamy, dreamy state. And the moon will be in harmony with Mars. That's very ambitious. And if you want to start some new projects, that'll be just the thing to do in the home. Wednesday, the moon opposes Leo, so you'll have that social excitement. Leo is friendly and the leader, and let's go and let's do. And it's going to be very good with Pluto. Pluto brings up unexpected things. So I would say that if you have anything to transform, in partnerships or in the home, with the family, with friends, it probably will be construction work or repairs or getting rid of clothes in your closet or something like that. It could be that you're delving into meditation, psychology. That's all Pluto stuff. It's all X-ray, like the X-ray machine, so you'll probably be doing a lot with things that are hidden. We could have some secrets that come up again. We've been having a couple weeks where, the secrets have been coming out right and left. So it could be that too. And then on Thursday, the Venus moves to Pisces. That's love and money. So you might be working with your loved one in order to make money. And that's a good thing, or your sweetie might give you some money to spend. That would be nice too. But it revolves around love and money, and it is very romantic. And then the sun favors Uranus. Again, that's very high-tech, very much, doing things that are very out of the box. So Friday, the moon moves into Virgo in the morning and opposes Venus. That's very romantic. It could also be a little tense with money matters or finances. And then Saturday, the full moon peaks, and it's in Virgo. So that sometimes can be a critical moon, but it will bring up hidden stuff, hidden agendas. It's a very business-like moon. It's can be very talkative because it's ruled by Mercury. It can also have a lot to do with health and work, nutrition, and hidden agendas that come up. And then on that Saturday and on Sunday, the moon goes into friendly, fun Libra, very fair, oriented Libra. So legal matters might come up, or you just might get ahead with some friends and go out and have some fun. So that's the week as it is. It looks like a good week, and one that I think will be a little bit more relaxed than last week was. So that's it from me and Luna. If you need a reading this week, I'm pretty well opened. And just give me a call at 301-831-8947. And if you want to go to my website, it is www.CYNDIWALLACE.com. So thanks for sharing if you do, and God bless. I will see you next Monday, and also next week we have the live, and also we have our overview for March. We're in March already. Yay! We're making it. God bless. Ashe, aho, namaste. Until we see each other on Monday again.